everybody, it's Wednesday, Live with Kristy Day. How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are having a fantastic Wicked Wednesday. Spooky day, what have you. I see I already have a few people in. Thank you very much for patiently waiting for me to come on. Hello, Stephen, David, Dean, and Government Cheese. Hello. It's always nice to see you, Government Cheese. How are y'all doing? I am so ready for this. This is going to be my little Valentine special. As you can tell, we have the movies Valentine on here. I'm wearing my Bloody Valentine shirt from Fright Rags. I do have some other movies I brought with me, and we have a few new products to talk about. And I'm going to talk about Creepycon and Days of the Dead. So, got some things to talk about. Not a lot of movies, though. I didn't get to watch really anything since I had been gone for the whole weekend. Monday, I basically rested and didn't really watch anything. And then, so the only thing I really watched was Valentine. So that's probably going to be the only movie I'm going to talk about. But I have plenty of things to talk about, so it's all good. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Israel. How are you? No, I have not started The Last of Us. I haven't started that yet, but I have had a lot of people ask me about that, and a lot of people seem to be liking it a lot. Now, let me ask this. I think it comes from a video game, right? I mean, it does? Yeah. Well, I mean, do I need to be, I don't need to play the video game to know anything because I don't play video games. No. My video guy's going, no. So you like The Last of Us? Okay. He likes it. So I'll give it a try. Hello, Jeff. How are you? Hello, Raul. Yes, it is. I'm going to talk about that here momentarily. I got tons of new stuff to talk about. Yep, Dean said yes and no. I haven't watched Skinamarink. No, I don't really go to the theaters very much, so I'll just have to wait until it's streaming to watch that. I've been seeing a hit and miss on that movie. Some people are kind of liking it, and then some people are really hating it, so whatever. But I always watch movies for myself and decide for myself anyway, so I'll watch it. Hello, Robert. Hello, Kim. How are you? Thank you for joining in, everybody. I really appreciate this. All right, so this is my Valentine special live with Kristy. I do want to say next week I will not be doing live, and I won't be doing the podcast because my daughter is actually coming this Friday, and she's going to be here all the way until the 20th. And me and her are going to Universal Studios Monday. So Monday we're going to drive there. Tuesday, we're going to go to Universal Studios on Valentine's Day, so I won't be around for Valentine's Day. I'll be at Universal Studios having a fun time with my daughter. And then Wednesday, we're coming back from that. So I'm very excited to go to Universal Studios. I've never been. I have done Disney World and Epcot in Florida, but I've never been to Universal. My daughter is 24 years old, so when she was younger, she always watched the Harry Potter movies, and I always watched them with her. So that's something that me and her share together, and I'm very excited to go to Harry Potter World and Universal and go have fun with her and spend some time with her, because we don't get to spend very much time together since she still lives in Alabama. So, and she'll be coming to Days of the Dead as well. It'll be her first horror convention. I'm very excited for that. It's going to be fun for her. She's never really met anybody famous. So, except, let's see. Well, she's met David Howard Thornton. I had mentioned that before. She has met David. And maybe a couple other people, but nothing like at a horror convention. It'll be her first. So, she will be with me at Days of the Dead. So, I know a lot of people are coming to Days of the Dead. I'm very excited about it. So, if you come see me at the booth. My daughter will be there too. We'll be walking around and having fun there together too. So I'm really excited for her to come. Hey, Michael, how are you? From Huntsville. There you go. Hello, Lester. Thank you for coming on in. I appreciate it. Hello, Sergio. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Oh, yay. See, everybody seems to like. Thank you. Let's see. I can't read it. Zombie Momsen. I like that. Thank you very much. I'm excited too. I'll make sure I'll post pictures and stuff. But that means I might not answer my messages on my Instagram or my pages maybe for a couple of days just because that's what I'm doing. So just want to let everybody know. All right. Tickets are on sale for Scream 6. Uh-oh, it's go time for Scream 6. I'm ready for that. No, I'm not a gamer. Sorry. I know everybody asks me if I play video games. Y'all, if I played video games, I wouldn't get anything done. I wouldn't be able to own my own businesses. I wouldn't be able to do OnlyFans. I wouldn't be able to collect anything because that would be all I would be doing. They're very addictive. Have I played video games in the past? Yes, of course. They're very addicting, and I just can't do it. It's a time sucker, and I cannot do it. I can't get into it. But I do like it. I do like video games. I like going. I like going to the arcade. What arcades that are left? I did play video games when I was a kid. Yes, I'm old, so I had an Atari, and then I remember Nintendo coming out. I remember all that, and my friend having a Nintendo, and I remember him having the Friday the 13th game, and I remember sitting in his living room, and he had cats. I'm actually very allergic to cats, and they had like 3 cats, and I would sit in his living room playing video games with him, Nintendo, but I'd be sneezing like crazy. My eyes would be poofed out, but I'm still like, chew, and blowing my nose, and I'm still playing. I mean, it was really bad. But his name was Mark. He was my friend that I'd go to his house and go play video games with most of the time. So, yeah, I've played. And then I played, when my daughter was younger, I played with her, of course. We played Harry Potter. And, God, I got sucked into Monster House with her. And God, I was on that every day trying to beat the monster at the end. It just I was like, Atari, I know. I wish I had my Atari. I had some good games. Those were the good times, y'all. It was so much fun. Yeah, there are a couple of arcades here. You are correcting. There is a very nice arcade at New York, New York. When my daughter came last, we did stay at New York, because that's the one with the roller coaster and all the fun stuff. They have a very nice arcade. It's really big. So, and then whenever I go back to Huntsville, Alabama, we always go to Dave and Buster's and do that and do the arcade. And she's always winning me all those plushies. I swear I'm getting a claw machine and Nightmare Toys. It's going to happen. I promise. I want one. I've been talking about it for a while now, and I want one in here. Full of plushies. I've looked into it already. Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation changed her life. Yeah, I've never played Resident Evil or any of that kind of stuff. And I know I would love all of this, and I know I would like it. It's just, at this point in time in my life, I just don't have the time for it. My best friend Noah is always like, you gotta play video games. My daughter plays video games. She's hooked on it. I just can't do it. All right, guys. Well, let's talk about some movie. Well, a movie, since I didn't get to really watch too many movies. And let's talk about some products. All right. So on the podcast this week, it's me and Brian. And we did talk about the 2001 film Valentine. We both brought our DVDs. I have the Blu-ray, and Brian has the soundtrack. So that's really cool. It's a really cool soundtrack. You've got Rob Zombie, Disturbed, Static X, Linkin Park, Deftones, Orgy, Marilyn Manson. Tons of good music in this movie. 2001. This is a very underrated slasher. No one really talks about this movie too much. Every time when we get to Valentine's Day, we're always talking about My Bloody Valentine, which of course is fantastic. Y'all like my shirt? I got it from Fright Rags. It's brand new. They just came out with it. I don't know if you can see. Brand new shirt from them, and I got a little pack of the trading cards too. But everybody always talks about My Bloody Valentine, but we also have Valentine with, and the cast is stellar. Let me pull it up on, so I don't get anybody's names wrong. We were trying to do this on the podcast. Okay, so of course, you've got Denise Richards, which everybody knows. She's hot. We all think she's hot. She's great. She was in Wild Things, and then she did this. And she has her famous hot tub scene in this movie. I think this is probably the hot tub scene where she gets killed is probably a lot of people's favorite kill in the movie. It is a cool kill. The thought of being suffocated inside a hot tub like that with a top on, that's not cool. And then it just looks good, after she's killed and all the blood in the water. It's just a really cool shot. And then you've got David, I can't say his last name, Boreanaz. I can't say it. Why can I not say his last name? David Boreanaz, something like that. Marley Shelton, Jessica Capshaw. What happened to my page? Let's see. Katherine Heigl, who's at the beginning of the movie. Daniel Cosgrove. All these people, great cast, had played in other really good movies, either in the late 90s or early 2000s. Katherine Heigl, of course, before she did this, she did Bride of Chucky. And I like the whole beginning scene with Katherine Heigl when she's in the hospital or the morgue or whatever. I like those type. I don't know. Again, I've said it before. I like hospital stuff or morgue stuff. I don't know. I'm just drawn to that. So the beginning of it with her, and when you first see the killer, I guess the Cupid killer, if we're going to call him, I think is a really good setup for the movie. Me and Brian did talk about, we love the mask. I hope Trick or Treat Studios can do the mask one day as a vacuum form and as a full latex mask. That would be really cool because it seems like they maybe use both types of masks in the movies. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But it seems like they use a vacuum form type mask, like a half mask and a full latex mask, towards the end when they pull it off of her, when they pull it off of Dorothy. There you go. Boreanaz. Thank you. Jeez. I don't know if there'll be a soundtrack for Scream 6. I'm not sure. Require maintenance. Oh, pinball machines. I'm sorry. I'm just reading what everybody's saying. Yeah, pinball machines. Yeah, they require maintenance. There's a pinball museum here. I haven't seen it yet, but I'd like to go. Kim said Angel. Yes, that's who it is. And thank you very much for the flames. I appreciate it. So yeah, the beginning scene is one of my favorites. And then we talked about our favorite kill. My favorite kill is actually, and I don't even know what her name is. What is her name? I'm not sure. Where he throws the one girl that's wearing the sweater that used to be Daniel Cosgrove's girlfriend, that girl, the snooty one with the sweater on, when he throws her through the glass shower, and then you get the moment of, like, you can see the fear in her face, like, he's about to stick this shard of glass in my face, and then boom, he does it. That's my favorite kill. I think that has a lot of intensity to it. And that fear and that shot of her face right before it happens, that's kind of scary to know that that's about to happen to you. It doesn't matter. It's about to happen. There's nothing you can do. That's scary in its own right. So I think that's probably my favorite kill in it. And of course, the hot tub scene is cool. There's a lot of really good kills in this movie. I mean, every single kill is awesome. Again, this doesn't get talked about enough, and it really needs to. I think I wouldn't have minded a sequel to it, but I wouldn't want one now. I don't want anybody to do that now, and I don't want anybody to remake this. But if we would have gotten a sequel back then, maybe like in 2002 or 2003 or something from this, I think it would have been cool. I would have been down for that idea. Because, I don't know, the killer, this is almost kind of a whodunit if you have not seen the movie. I don't want to spoil it for anybody or spoil the ending, but it's almost your first time watch. It's kind of like a whodunit kind of a movie in a way too, because you kind of get a little confused and you think maybe it's one person, but no, maybe it's this person that's doing it. But the killer itself is just really cool looking. Besides a mask, it'd be really cool to have a figure. I don't care who makes the figure, but a figure would be awesome, of the Cupid killer and his knife. Just something different, you know. I think, I don't know who has the licensing for this or the rights to it, but this needs to happen. Trick or Treat Studios, you need to get the license. We want the mask. I know we want the mask. And then they're doing figures too, so... I don't have a shirt for Valentine, otherwise I would have worn it. I don't know anybody who makes a shirt. If anybody finds a Valentine shirt, please show it to me. I want to know. I need it. Let's see. What are y'all saying? Like Neville. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm trying not to spoil movies. I had a very nice fan message me on those few weeks that I didn't do live, during Christmas break and New Year's break. I had a fan message me, and he gave me some insight. He said that he loves my live and the podcast and stuff, but he said that I was telling the ending of too many movies. And I took that to heart. I was like, you know what? Maybe I am. So I don't want to do that for everybody. So I'm trying to stop that. I'm so sorry if I was telling the ending of movies and y'all hadn't seen the movies. I don't want to do that for me. I don't want to spoil movies for y'all. Category is Clark's Black Christmas and underappreciated. Yes. Totally agree with you, August. Totally agree. Black Christmas is underappreciated and needs to be talked about more. It's an insanely good slasher film. And I love my slasher films, so I'm kind of partial. I do have a poster of Valentine, though. I didn't bring it with me, but I do have a poster at home. I don't have it framed or anything. It's rolled up in a drawer. But it's of the original cover, too. It's not this cover. It's that one, because this is the Shout Factory Blu-ray. But I don't know. Do y'all like Valentine? Have you seen it? It is on Tubi. If you have not seen this movie, go watch it on Tubi. It's on there right now. Love Tubi. They play everything. Ugh. So go watch it if you haven't seen it and tell me what you think. I don't believe I've ever heard anybody say that they don't like this movie or I don't ever... Again, no one really talks about it much, but when they do, I don't think anybody's ever trashed it or said it was just the most horrible movie. I really don't know how you could say that because it's great. It's a really good standalone. And it's really good for coming after, after the Scream movies had started and the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies had started. The whole slasher genre started coming back, And then in 2001, bam, we got Valentine. And it's a holiday movie. I love holiday movies. So yeah, I don't remember when I first watched it though. I don't think I watched it when it came out. I might have rented it. I probably rented it, I'm sure. But I know I didn't go to the movie theater to watch it though. I think Brian said that he did. But if you want to hear more of us talk about this some more, you can watch our podcast here on YouTube on Friday. We will air it on Friday. So. The only thing Scream 6 that'll come out as far as right now will be a mask and robe. And we ordered all that, but nothing will come out until later on this year. Yes, Jeff, you made a great point. Jeff just said like an old school 80s slasher, but made in 2001. Yes, good point. Thank you. Totally agree. Backing off the slasher resurgence. They were piggybacking off of it, but they did good. They did a good job though. It's really solid. From Urban Legend director, and Urban Legend is fantastic. We're gonna have to do Urban Legend. We're gonna have to talk about those movies because I happen to like all of them. I do own all of the Urban Legend movies. I'll have to talk about those one day, and we'll have to do those on the podcast. But Urban Legend was fantastic when it came out. And when did that come out? They came out, what, 99, 98, something like that, late 90s. Ooh, what is the Be Mine? I didn't see anything about that. I do like Eli Roth. I didn't see anything about that. Oh, thank you for telling me. Whatever it is, I will try to watch it. When's the 10th? What day is this? I don't even know what day this is. This is the 8th. Oh, okay. Well, where can I watch that at? I want to see that. All right, so some other Valentine movies, just to go along with it. Like we said, My Bloody Valentine, we know that one. I did bring my movies with me for visual. I have my Shout Factory, My Bloody Valentine Collector's Edition Blu-ray. I had gotten the whole set with the posters and all that when I got this. I do have My Bloody Valentine on a DVD with my favorite movie, April Fool's Day. I'm sure a lot of y'all have that DVD with the 2 on there. So yeah, I upgraded to the Scream Factory, Shout Factory, whatever Blu-ray when they came out with this. So I do have that. And you get there's 2. You get 2 discs too, because one is the theatrical version and one is the uncut version. The uncut version of My Bloody Valentine is the one that you want to see. I will say this. I love My Bloody Valentine, obviously, because I'm in a fan film, which will be coming out Valentine's Day. I'll talk about that in a minute. But when I did first watch My Bloody Valentine when I was a kid, I didn't really care for it. I thought it was a bit boring. But I was watching it like on TV, and they cut out all the good stuff. So when later on, when I finally got to watch the uncut, I was like, oh, this is a whole lot better than them cutting all that out. It just made it kind of boring otherwise in a way. So I'm glad they came up with the uncut version. It's insanely good. Another great slasher from 1981. I mean, Harry Warden, come on, we still have the My Bloody Valentine Harry Warden Toonie Terror in stock. If you're needing one of those, we still have those. I do have the Shout Factory figure too that they came out with, so I do have that as well. I love Harry Warden. So over a year ago, when writer-director Thomas Smith came to me and asked me if Nightmare Toys wanted to be a sponsor for his movie, he pitched me his movie, Valentine Bluffs, fan film. You can follow that on all social media. Please follow it on YouTube. And the company Sick and Twisted. That's his special effects company. So follow both on YouTube and you'll be able to watch the movie on Valentine's Day. But he came to me first and asked if Nightmare Toys would be a sponsor for the movie. Fright Rags is also a sponsor for the movie. And of course I was like, yes, of course. Nobody had done a My Bloody Valentine fan film. And I thought that was very exciting. And the story idea he gave me, I thought was spot on. We're not going to call it a sequel, but it's pretty much a sequel to it, or what could have happened after the fact, 20, 30 years later. And then, so I agreed for, sponsoring ship. And then like a week later, he came back with me. He's like, wait a minute, how would you like to be in the movie? We want Nightmare Kristy in the movie too. So I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? And, so I'm in the movie. I play the role Lisa. I haven't gotten to see the movie yet. I know a lot of people have asked me. I haven't seen it yet, but I can tell you I had a ton of fun shooting it. It was an all day and all night thing. It was very tiring. You'll see Philip in it as well. There's a bar scene where you'll see me and Philip. He has a little small part that's funny. And then you'll also see Dylan as well. Dylan had made like an 80s type toy commercial showing Nightmare Toys, and it's playing like on a TV in one of the scenes in the movie. And the movie has like an 80s feel to it, just like the original. They really captured that. So you'll see Dylan as well in the fake toy commercial. And the commercial is amazing what he shot. So that was really cool. The premiere of it was in Pennsylvania. That's where I had to go shoot the movie. So it was a 3-day drive to Pennsylvania for me. That was great. This is the first time I've been to Pennsylvania. But the premiere of the movie was January 28th. And they said that I couldn't go, but they said that everybody there, they gave it a standing ovation. Everybody loved it. So I'm very excited about that. So I'm very excited for everybody to see it. It's my movie debut. Yay. I don't have like this huge role, but I have a good little role in it though. So I'm very happy about it. I'm very proud of myself and I can't wait for y'all to see it. So make sure y'all, follow them on YouTube, Valentine Bluffs Fan Film and Sick and Twisted Special Effects. So follow those on YouTube. Like I said, they will air it on there on Valentine's Day. Yay! Can't wait. Does Kristy die or not? Who knows? We'll see. Yeah, they put Philip in it for a second too. Yeah, so you'll see him for a minute in this bar scene. He doesn't say anything, but you'll see. Black Phillip. You're so funny. He's so funny. I gotta get some Black Phillip Funko Pops for real. Ooh, Mutilator. Mutilator is a good one. Yes. That's a good movie. All right, so moving on to the remake of My Bloody Valentine, which is another Valentine's movie. Obviously. A lot of people either hate this or love it. I love it. I like both. I think they did an excellent job with their remake. And it was in 3D too when it came out. So that was interesting. I think that's when they were kind of starting to bring 3D back or something. I don't know. But I didn't really watch it in 3D. But I had heard that it didn't work very well. Like a lot of people didn't really like the 3D aspect of it. But I don't know. But I thought it was a solid remake. I happen to like both of them. I'm not sure where this is streaming at. I'm not sure where either one is streaming at. I'm sure they're streaming on Tubi or Amazon or somewhere like that. Peacock maybe. But do y'all like the remake? Yes, no? Tom Atkins has a good part in this. A good kill too. Another good cast with this movie. So, what are y'all saying? You saw it in 3D. Did you like it in 3D? Because I remember hearing a lot of people didn't like the 3D. I don't know. Like it just didn't work. I don't know. Yeah, and then somebody also said that Valentine's Day is a perfect holiday for horror films. There needs to be more of them. I agree. I totally agree with you. The remake is on Shudder. Okay. So, thank you, Gory Bits. So the remake of My Bloody Valentine is on Shudder. Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about another movie that no one talks about. And we should have done this particular Valentine's movie for the podcast. Because Brian says he has it, but he's never seen it. And I've watched it a few times. I really like it. And I know it's on Tubi. But this is another Valentine's movie no one talks about. I know I said that about Valentine, but I mean, people do kind of bring up Valentine, but no one talks about this movie, and it's a solid slasher movie, and that is X-Ray. Now, it was originally called Horror Hospital, and for whatever crazy reason, I guess they didn't like that title, which I like it better, they renamed it X-Ray. Now, it came out, I think it was 80, let me check before I give y'all false information. Hold on. 81. So same time as My Bloody Valentine. There you go. It's set in a hospital, which I love. And it's set on Valentine's Day. It's a Valentine's movie. No one ever even talks about this movie on Valentine's Day or any other time of the day or the year. Barbie Benton is in it. She was a Playboy model. And it's just a Valentine's slasher in in a hospital. There's different scenarios, like different descriptions of the movie. I'll read you this one. So, while receiving a routine checkup, a woman finds herself stranded on the hospital's 8th floor, which is Barbie Benton, while someone dressed as a doctor is intent on her never leaving, even if it means killing any staff member who comes into contact with her. Well, what that description is not saying is that this killer had killed people on Valentine's Day before, and now he's coming back and it's Valentine's Day and he's killing people in the hospital. It's fun. It's a good one. Go check it out. It's on Tubi. And again, like I said, no one ever talks about this movie. And everybody's like, what? X-ray? Huh? Horror hospital? Yes, gotta watch it. I know my 80s slashers. Oh, thank you very much, Michael. I really appreciate you for subscribing. I agree with you, Zachary. Yeah, I've seen people hate My Bloody Valentine remake. I've seen people hate on it, but like you said, it's a solid remake when other remakes are not that great. So I totally agree. Yes, Barbie Benton was very popular in the 80s. And this Blu-ray, I'm sure, I don't know if y'all, I've seen some people have this Blu-ray, but it's the Scream Factory and it has Schizoid with it, which is another really good movie. So if you haven't seen either one of these movies, go check them out. I think both of them are on Tubi, actually. Or I know Schizoid was on Tubi at one point in time. But X-Ray is the Valentine's movie. So maybe we'll do that one next year. But we should have done that one for the podcast. Because like I said, Brian's never seen it, and no one ever talks about it. And I love it. So I like my hospital slasher movies. All right, so there's the movies. Let's talk about products, and then I'll talk about Creepycon and Days of the Dead. All right, so we just got in the Killer Clowns Toonie Terrors. These are really cool. These are a lot bigger, obviously, than the other Toonie Terrors. I like the accessories. You get the pie and the cotton candy cocoon and the gun. I've seen some people have them already. Again, we're always a little late on getting things nowadays since Walmart and Target get everything first. But whatever. We have it now. I brought one home, but I haven't taken it out of the box or done anything with it yet. But I really love it. I'm not sure how much are these. I can't see. $49.99. So you can get one of these in store or online. And we will have them at the Days of Dead convention as well. And remember, I haven't said it yet, but on Valentine's Day, we're going to be having a sale, 15% off of everything in store and online. So you can get this 15% off if we still have it in stock. Valentine's Day. But yeah, we'll have a Valentine's Day sale just so everybody knows if there's something that you've been wanting or whatever, or maybe wanting a second one of something. Because, sometimes I like to have two, one in the box, one out of the box. That's a good time to get a second one whenever we have one of our sales. So 15% off in store, online, on Valentine's Day. And we'll have our Valentine's party at the restaurant too. We have a My Bloody Valentine party that night. And we'll have a minor cosplayer to take pictures. The restaurant is all decorated with bloody hearts and all kinds of stuff right now. It's really cool. Jamie the Balloon Guy is going to come in and do a big balloon display. So we're going to have a really cool Valentine's party here at the restaurant Valentine's night. So if you're in Vegas on Valentine's Day, come over to Nightmare Toys and Nightmare Cafe for Valentine's. Be fun. No, it's Horror Hospital. Horror Hospital is what it was called, and then they changed it to X-Ray. I don't know why. Sorry, I'm just reading everybody's stuff. Yes, I believe Roger Jackson is the voice of Ghostface. He's not actually playing Ghostface. He's not in the costume, but I believe Roger Jackson is pretty much the voice of Ghostface in every movie, which is good because I think it'd be really weird if somebody else voiced him. It just wouldn't work, I don't think. Yeah, I love that Killer Clowns is getting some love. And then they're having a video game. And earlier I mentioned I don't play video games. And now there's going to be a Killer Clown video game. So if I did play video games right now, I would play that. Yes. Another thing that we just got in. We just got this in, what was it, Friday? Yeah, Friday. We took some to Creepycon and sold out. Is the NECA Dracula figure. Now, this is the black and white version. We don't have the colored version. We have the black and white one right now. I really like the black and white. Me and Brian were saying, it's supposed to be black and white. It should be black and white. And he comes with this really cool bat. I don't know if y'all can see. There you go. I think he's really cool looking. And I know we've been selling him pretty good too. So if you're wanting one of these, they're $38. Get you one of these online or in store right now. And then we just got in these this morning. And I opened mine already. I opened it on the podcast. So you'll see me on the podcast opening this. Brian talked me into it. I was going to open it for you guys. But Brian talked me into it, and so I opened it on the podcast. So these are the Entertainment Earth exclusive Funko soda cans, and the exclusive is Elvira. There are chases. The chase is that she's wearing the red dress. Obviously, I didn't get the chase, but she's really cute. I like her. And then there's like these little things that are inside too. I have the Patrick Bateman one as well, and I have Leatherface too. I really like the Elvira. So these are, I think these are $20, $19.99, I believe. These are online and in store. I will be bringing a few of these to Days of the Dead as well. And we will have a few of these for Days of the Dead, the Draculas for Days of the Dead as well too. And we don't know which one the chases are. Like with the Funko Pops, it says chase on the Funko Pops. So when we open a box, we can separate the chases from the regulars and sell them separately. But these, we can't do that. So you may get a chase when you order one. Who knows? We don't know. I didn't get one. And I know we should have, with as many that we got, we should have, I think 4 or 5 chases within our stock. And I don't know which ones they are. So there might be a chase with the stock for the convention. I don't know. But if you order one, you could possibly get a chase. So those are fun. I like those. The top just comes right off and the figures inside. I like those. They're not for everybody though, but they're cool. All right, so got those. Let's see what else. Well, let's talk about the conventions. Let's talk about Days of the Dead really quick, and then I'll go back and talk about Creepycon. So Days of the Dead here in Las Vegas is 17th, 18th, and 19th. It's going to be a busy one. I already know. So many people at Creepycon were asking us if we were going to be at Days of the Dead. And then, a lot of people were saying that they're coming, and then they had plans to come to the store and the restaurant as well. I hope everybody has plans to come to the store and restaurant. If you're coming to Days of the Dead, it's literally right down the road. The convention's being held at the Plaza on Fremont Street, and it's literally 5 minutes down the road. It's not far at all, which is great for us because if we need to come back here and stock up on something for the convention, we can run back right back here and go right back. But for the convention, we're not going to bring a whole lot of stuff. I mean, we have all of our convention stock. But we're not having what I'm saying is we're not having like this big massive booth because we want everybody to come to the store. But I will say this. I will have one Good Guy doll for sale, and I will have one Ultimate Chucky for sale, and I will have 2 NECA Tiffany's for sale at the convention only. I only have 2 Tiffany's left anyway from NECA, and the pre-orders have all been sent out. I'm not putting them online, the 2 Tiffany's. I want to sell them at the convention and give people a chance to buy one in person. So it's only going to be for Days of the Dead. If I don't sell them at Days of the Dead, then maybe I'll put them online. Who knows? Or maybe I'll just wait and bring them to Cult Classic. because in a few more weeks, it's Cult Classic the first weekend of March. So my whole intentions with the two Tiffany's is really just to have them for convention. People like seeing the dolls at the convention. It makes the booth look good. I like having them. And I just like seeing people buy one in person like that because they're just so happy, you know, and I like seeing that. I mean, online, it just gets to be a mess. Shipping costs are too much. What if it gets damaged? I mean, it just gets to be a headache. So I really just want to sell the two Tiffany's for convention. So if you're coming to Days of the Dead and you want a NECA Tiffany, come straight over to the Nightmare Toys booth and you can come get you one. What are y'all saying? Hold on, let me read y'all. Oh my God, it's going to be so good. Oh, cool. Great. I'm glad they like the food and the atmosphere. That's awesome. I hope so. Thank you so much. How tall is the Lugosi figure? Oh, these are 7-inch Ultimate figures. 7-inch. But anyway, so Days of the Dead, they're going to have tons of great guests. Rose McGowan, Sleepaway Camp reunion, Hellraiser kind of reunion with Doug Bradley and all the Cenobites. Jake the Snake Roberts, who I've met in Huntsville, Alabama, and he is so super nice. I can't remember. They keep adding people. I can't remember everybody right now, but I know the vendors' booths are sold out. So this is going to be pretty good convention. And like I said, I also have heard that the Plaza and Golden Nugget are sold out of rooms. So this is going to be a busy one, and hopefully it'll be a busy time for the store and restaurant too as well. We are planning a after hours party on Saturday night. On that Saturday night for the restaurant, where we'll have it at the restaurant, and everybody will be invited to come on over, and we'll have like a DJ, and we'll do like a whole party after the convention's over, because it ends at like 6, I think 6 or 7 on Saturday. So after it ends, come party at Nightmare Cafe. I know Felissa, being her, we're talking, she was wanting to party. Lee Waddell, who plays Ghostface, he's actually in the costume. We've been talking to him about doing some stuff with it too. He was wanting to do the after hours party with us as well. Maybe he might come in costume. So the place to be after Days of the Dead on Saturday is Nightmare Cafe. It's gonna be fun. Can't wait. Big party with everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest. I have not seen Tiffany in person. Nope. They come in the shipping boxes, and we had shipped them all out. I won't see Tiffany until we take her out of the box to display her at the convention. But we haven't taken anything out of the box. I haven't looked at her or anything yet. I will at the convention, like I said, once we take them out of the shipping boxes. We just haven't done that yet. And I've been gone. They came, when did they come? Oh, they came last week, right? Yes. Or whenever I posted. I can't remember right now. And I was gone when they came, so. And I don't get one. There's not going to be one in my collection. So. Voodoo chicken strips. Ooh, yeah. Voodoo chicken strips are good. All right, so let's see what else. Okay, Creepycon. Let's talk about Creepycon because it was so much fun. Oh my God, y'all. Let me take a drink. I have not posted all of the stuff yet that I've gotten at Creepycon. I've only just started posting some of the things that I had purchased. Although I really didn't even get to walk around very much because it was so freaking busy. The only time I got to really walk around was like before everything began, and maybe like when they let VIP in, because it's still kind of quiet that 1 hour when VIP's getting to walk around. So that's like the time you'll see all the vendors start walking around and doing their rounds. So I didn't get to walk too much, but I did buy some stuff that I haven't posted yet. So I'm excited to show you all the rest of the stuff that I bought. I did post the one shirt I got yesterday. One of the shirts I got, the Final Girl shirt, excuse me. I did post that yesterday. And I got a really cool needle enamel pin from Demonic Pinfestation. Love them so much. I do have another shirt that I bought. I can't wait to show y'all. And a few other things that I bought too. So I still have to post. But the convention, I highly, highly recommend this convention if you can make it out to California. It's big. They have good guests. They have good vendors. Everybody is super nice. Everybody knows what's going on. It's so well organized. I said all of this last year, and I'll say it again. It's so well organized. I love that. It's a big plus for vendors. There's just nothing bad I can say about this convention whatsoever. I just love it so much. We had so much fun. We sold a bunch of stuff. And I got to meet the 3 people that I wanted to meet. I wanted to meet Richard Brake, Dick Wyland, and Alex Winter, and I got to meet all 3. At Days of the Dead, I want to meet Heather Langenkamp, Diane Franklin, and Rose McGowan. So it's kind of funny. At this one, I met 3 guys, and then at Days of the Dead, I want to meet 3 girls. That's weird. But, okay, so let's talk about Richard Brake for a minute. Oh, my God. So dreamy. He was so handsome. I know. Y'all are like, what? But he was so charming, and dressed very nice. So me and Brian's wife, Liz, she went with me to go meet him, and we walk up, and I said all this on the podcast too, but we walk up and it's Richard and Jeff Daniels standing there just talking to each other. And then they turn and they look at us and they're smiling, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, oh, hi. I'm like, oh. And so it's funny. So I'm going in to meet Richard. Jeff goes around back to his area, and he's back behind. He's behind the table where Richard has all his photos, and so Jeff is talking to me and trying to sell me every photo that Richard has. He's like, "Oh, you need this one from this movie. You seen this one? Oh, if you get this one, you can have both of us sign it." And he's just being this big seller. It was so funny. It was awesome. And I was like, "Dang, you want a job at Nightmare Toys, selling stuff?" And so I said that, and I told him that I own Nightmare Toys and everything. And then Bill Moseley walks up. So now I'm standing here, and I've got Bill Moseley, Jeff Daniels, and Richard Brake, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is happening. And Jeff is telling Bill, hey, she's got a store called Nightmare Toys. So I've given Bill a card before, but I start handing them out business cards. So who knows? They probably threw them away, but I don't care. But yeah, that was a fun little moment for me. So that was great. Had him sign a 31 picture. So, and we did some really cool selfies. So that was really cool. That was fun. Let's see. What are y'all saying? Yeah, he had a cameo in Mandy. He plays a lot of good characters in a lot of really good movies. So yeah, Richard Brake is awesome. Awesome. And then I met Dick Wyland. He plays Roy, fake Jason, whatever you want to call him, in part 5, Friday the 13th, part 5, A New Beginning. He was the only one that I hadn't gotten a signature, so I was very excited to get his. And then I found a part 5 New Beginning, an old NECA figure that one of the booths had, and I bought that and then got it signed, so I was very excited for that. And it was like him and his wife sitting there, and his wife was way too cute. They were very cute. She's just this little lady with her gray silver hair, and she's the one taking his photos. And so we're taking the photo, and she's like, oh, I'm just having so much fun taking these photos. I've been taking so many photos with so many lovely ladies all day. And she just was loving it, and he was loving it, and I love that. That's just so cool. And then Dick was funny. He introduced himself. I introduced myself. We got up to take the selfie, and then he said, yeah, let's take make sure we get the banner in the background. He goes, so do you like dicks? I'm like, well, oh, we just got X-rated for a minute. But anyway, that was a funny moment. I thought that was very cute. I like people with a sense of humor like that. So that was a very fun moment for me. Right? And then I met Alex Winter, and that was fun too. I got him to sign a Lost Boys picture, of course. And of course, he's in Bill and Ted. And we talked briefly, and I got a photo with him, and that was about it. And I did a little shopping as much as I could, and that was really about it. We were just super, super busy, super slammed at the booth. So thank you, everybody who came by the booth at Creepycon. We really appreciate it. A lot of people came over and took photos, did some videos for their podcasts or whatever they were doing. And I had some people come over and get an autograph, which was very nice. I always like that. Conventions always make me feel a lot better about things sometimes. As you all know, that I get a lot of negative from people for whatever weird, crazy reason. But going to a convention always makes me feel a lot better. Everybody's always so positive to me. And I like it when people that don't know who I am at all and they come up and see my photos. I'm always kind of like, oh God, is someone going to sit and hate on it? But no one ever does. Everybody comes up and is like, oh, these are really nice, and a lot of women do. And that makes me feel really good. But I get a lot of compliments from women at conventions about my pinup photos. And, just a lot of compliments from a lot of people in general about my photos, even if they know me or they don't know me or whatever. So, that makes me feel really good. So I appreciate that. So thank you. Can't wait for Days of the Dead. And I'll have some photos and stuff for there too. I'll be signing some photos. Let's see what else is happening. So Valentine's Day, I told you Valentine's Bluff is coming out on YouTube, so make sure you go watch that. Valentine is on Tubi. X-Ray's on Tubi. Somebody said the remake of My Bloody Valentine is on Shudder. And I'm sure you can find My Bloody Valentine somewhere as well. So go watch all that. If you watch X-Ray and you hadn't seen it before, tell me what you think. I want to know. Message me on Instagram, please. Let's see what else. I was going to tell you. Oh, I have a new photo shoot tomorrow. I've kind of talked about it a little bit, so I'm very excited for that, for some new photos, some new pinup photos. This is just going to be a photo shoot with just me and Michelle, my photographer that I always do my pinup photos with, Michelle Starr. She's a photographer here. She had took some time off because she had some surgery, so she's ready to get back to work. So we're just going to do a little photo shoot at her house tomorrow. No one's going to be doing my hair or makeup but me. So my hair and makeup aren't going to be all fancy like some of my photos, but it's just going to be me doing it. But they're going to be some cute photos. I plan on doing some photos in a cute little witch outfit, little witch lingerie. But it's going to be Valentine's. I'm going to have like a little Valentine's backdrop behind me, but I'm going to be a witch. So I'm going to have a few photos like that. And then we're going to do some other stuff. It'll be surprises. But we're going to do a few things tomorrow, I think, and just get a whole bunch of photos and a whole bunch of different photos. And everything, of course, will be kind of spooky because her house is very spooky. A lot of the photos that we have done is her house. Like all the Halloween ones, that's all her house. With all the taxidermy and the coffins and all that, that's all her house. The cross room where I did the nun photos with Annabelle, that's her house. So she has tons of great rooms and backdrops for photos. So we're going to do some fun stuff tomorrow. So I'll take some behind the scenes photos and post them on my Instagram. But yeah, I can't wait to do all that. So new photos will be coming. Yay. Thank you so much, Charlene. I really appreciate that. I try. I like doing them. It's fun. And I love working with Michelle. She's fun. So it's nice to have a, girl team doing it. So I'm doing that tomorrow. So I'm very excited for that. My daughter's coming on Friday and she's going to be here for a whole week. So yay. I'll be going to Universal on Valentine's Day. We have our Valentine's Day sale, the party. I think that's really about it, y'all. I think that's all I really have to talk about. I can't think of anything else at the moment. So yeah, come see us here, Days of the Dead 17th, 18th, and 19th. We are doing Cult Classic as well in Bastrop, Texas. So we will be doing that one. Go watch the movies. And I will see y'all. Remember, I'm not going to be here next week. I will not be here next week. It'll be the week after I will return for live with Kristy. The podcast next week will be Brian and Steven, and they're going to be talking about Popcorn, since it is the anniversary of Popcorn. That's another wonderful movie that doesn't get talked about a lot either. So they're going to be talking about Popcorn. So tune in to that next week. All right, guys, I hope y'all have a spooky day, and happy Valentine's to everybody. Bye.